Doomsday 3.
We had Doomsday 1.
No question in my mind.
He came from one of the toughest areas of Phoenix, ultimately, especially, of course.
Praying for safety and,
Got people on the defense talking about it. You better get your ass to the ball. You better get to the ball.
I just gotta say, when it comes to former Dallas,
for sure, and they would have thrown it off because
This guy gets off you.
I go to bed every night like, G-Man, I promise you that we got a Man, what is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag in the house, back home from a beautiful trip in Carolina, back in the cave, hanging with you guys. Obviously, my main man, Jimmy Dee. You got a big game tonight, so I'm pulling for you, man. I'm hoping you guys handle that business, and maybe we can return the favor for you because we're going Sunday night, AT&T. I'll be back home for Sunday Night Football with the Cowboys and the Bucs. So before we get rolling, man, I always hate to say this stuff. I don't want to be begging, but I'll beg. If you guys are just tuning into the channel, hit that subscribe, hit the thumbs up, man. As you coming in, man, hit that thumbs up. Stop what you're doing right now and hit that thumbs up and make sure you share it. So I got so much to talk about, so much to Jimmy. But before I get rolling, obviously want to see how your weekend, everything's going.
Oh, well, the weekend was good. I mean, I got to say, I hope that the game tonight goes better than my last hour. So we took out, it was snowing. I love grilling in the snow. Took out burgers and hot dogs. Go out there. The grill ain't working.
No propane or the grill ain't working?
No, there's See, now, you got to have smarts. I got the extra propane, but it just wouldn't light. I'm like, you got to be kidding. So I go on the old school griddle on top of the thing. And I'm just like, you get flustered and you're pissed.
Oh, yeah.
We got the show at 7 o'clock. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. So just not as good. So hopefully between now and later on with the game, the night gets better.
Yeah, no, it will. And speaking of better, I just got to tell you, if you allow me, Jimmy, can I get a few minutes?
Absolutely.
I get a few minutes, and you put up my main man Doug there, and I just gotta give a huge thank you to Doug, obviously as his son Dustin, who was a big part of it, his entire family, because I'm telling you. People, I put out a picture of this and I get some people saying, I can't believe you guys still spend money on the Cowboys. I can't believe you do this. I can't believe you do that. That's why we do it. The relationships that I've created, and I've been so fortunate. And Jimmy, you too,
Yes.
as we've been getting this, the friendships that we've created, the bonds that we've created with a lot of Cowboy fans and non-Cowboy fans. And I'm just to tell you what, this family is probably one of the best families I ever got to meet. I mean, from Sherry, the kids, the grandkids, the whole 9 yards. I mean, nothing better. The crazy drunkle. He was the uncle, but he had the DR. He was the drunkle, and my man could put him back like no one else. And he was fun to watch. But it was just a great time. It was a great time. There he is. Obviously, got a chance to see Steve. Hung out with Cuts, got to spend some time and just talk about life. And we talked about the game. The best part is we were freezing our ass off, but they were bringing, we had an unbelievable tailgate. My man cooked everything up. It was just, everything was first class. It was top notch. And then we get hit with a little bit of surprise that we go hang in the suite because his son got a hookup from a friend of his that knew he was a Cowboys fan from high school, and he offered him the suite. He couldn't make the game, and he said, you know what? I'm going to hook all you guys up. Now, this family, rightfully so, could have said, you know what? Tag and Cuts, you guys got the regular seats. You go freeze your ass off. I'm going to get all our other family and friends in Carolina. We're going to really enjoy this moment. But they said, you know what? We want you guys to be a part of it. We want you guys to share it. We had a little extra ticket, and we brought our man Rome from I always get CFT and CFO. CFT, Cowboys Fan Talk. I get him and Duck. The acronyms I don't want to slip my enunciation. So Cowboys fan talk. He came by as well. I mean, we had a great time there, Steve, enjoying some drinks, enjoying the company, and more importantly, enjoying a good old ass beating that we hadn't had a chance to see in a while. So, I mean, this is what it's about. So all you guys that are giving us, Cowboys Nation, giving these diehards grief for, hey, why are you going to the game? And this is why I'm going next week. It's the relationships, the friendships. And, I always said the game's icing on the cake. I mean, this weekend, I'm going with some great friends. I'm meeting Cuts and his family. Going to meet Kimmy for the first time. I mean, you can't put a price on that, Jim.
No, you can't. You know what? First of all, you made me jealous because I missed a great time. And they're fun. Like you said, it's the friendships you make. We'll have a good time. Even though I'm the Falcons fan, I'm a friend of the cave, but you guys accepted me. You adopted me in. So you got me all jealous. I missed out on a great time. Then you got me jealous. I just said my grill's busted. You're showing all this good food, Cuts. And
good food, man. My man could, I don't know what Cuts was thinking. He's like sitting back. He didn't even have to cook or anything. They did everything for him. So, it felt great. It was such a good time. The only person I felt bad for, Jimmy, is our man Mark, because Mark was talking about going out to that game. Now, had Mark not got those alligator arms and didn't want to for a flight, you know what I'm talking about, he could have been hanging up in the he could have been in the suite enjoying the best thing. So, I mean, honestly, it's I'm excited. I'm looking forward to one more game, and the season goes by so fast. And it's been a tough season. The injuries and just everything that you've gone through. And Jimmy, you're feeling a lot of this pain right now. Your team's been hitting hard times. Yeah. I mean, it's 17 days, man, and it's over, and it's a long off season. So I tell Cowboys fans, worry about the off season in the off season. Worry about all that stuff later, because I hear Tank, right? Tank, we don't want to win. Well, who's the best defensive guy in the NFL? Probably, arguably, T.J. Watt. Was he a top 5 pick? Where was he?
No, I don't know.
Charleston before him. Patrick Mahomes wasn't a top 5 pick. There are so many guys down the line that Micah Parsons was 12. Just because you get the top 5 pick don't mean you're going to get a top 5 player. I mean, I go there to win, period. Point blank, nothing else. I'll never apologize for it. I ain't never going to feel bad for it. And I'll let everybody know when we win. That's just the way it is.
No, and again, if you're worried about the offseason, you're worried about draft picks, and you're not a fan if you're worried about next year. Even, hey, Jerry said that for the first time in a while, Jerry said something smart out loud when he said last week that we're not tanking. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah. No, that's just my opinion. And, everyone has their own opinions, but I will take that and I'll run with it. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it. It was a great time. We're going to get into some Cowboys. We're going to get into some games tonight. We'll get Uncle Cheech. He's going to be rearing up. It looks like he's actually on time. But initial thoughts, Jimmy, the weekend around the NFL. Patrick Mahomes gets hurt. I mean, Josh Allen, which we'll get into. I got to backtrack on my words. I guess he is the MVP after what I saw from against Detroit. Detroit getting more injuries, and this is a battle of attrition, and you're seeing some of these guys get hurt. Philadelphia, they addressed the passing issues, and they put it on Pittsburgh. So you're seeing some of these teams get going. Green Bay wins good last night. The Rams obviously won Thursday. They're creeping in there. The Redskins, Washington Commanders just get so lucky.
Yes.
They got a rabbit's foot up their ass or something this year. I don't know what the hell it is, but they get so. I mean, what's your guys' thoughts? And you're Jimmy. What are you thinking about this weekend?
Well, I mean, obviously the biggest story, in my opinion, was Buffalo walking into Detroit and winning. I mean, Josh Allen looked great. My thing is, again, you got Detroit with a stupid ass, what are you on Campbell's onside kick with 10 minutes left on the fourth quarter?
I didn't understand. I mean, that's what's going to do them in. I appreciate the way his style is, but he did it against San Francisco. He blew it, and I think he's going to blow it again in the playoffs. And I with SoCal, I don't, I may not. That may not be too far fetched, Minnesota over Detroit, because I just wonder some of the decision making could Campbell cost them sometime. Plus with the injuries.
Yes. Well, they got Montgomery's hurt now, and that was rough. I mean, hey, Bills did us a favor, and they keep rolling. Like I said, now I know we focus on the NFC, but Mahomes is hurt. Who knows how long that's going to go? You got the Bills playing another level, walk into Detroit and win, and so to me that scenario is interesting. Mahomes, let's see how long he's on the shelf for. Hopefully not long. I don't root for anybody to get hurt, but
No.
that creates something really interesting. Because let's say the Bills go in and they beat Kansas City, then there's going to be an asterisk if there's no Mahomes.
Yes. No, absolutely. And with Mahomes, now it's a mild, high ankle sprain week to week. You wonder how they're going to do, play. But now they're, what's the separation? They got one loss. Does Buffalo have 3?
Buffalo has 3. Yes.
3.
Buffalo has 3.
So they have a 1. They can't lose 2 games. They can lose 1. They could slip up once. But if they slip up twice, Buffalo beat them. They'll take home field advantage, which I don't think Kansas City is going to want to do, even though Mahomes is beating them there. He's beating Josh Allen all the time. I think they'd rather be at home.
Oh yeah, Yeah, everybody wants to be at home, especially you never know what Buffalo's bringing you, what kind of snow or crazy weather. So I think that whole thing is multiple stories in one. Then you go over to the NFC, like you said, Washington, as always. They're kind of like the Chiefs this year. They're pulling out these damn wins late and this crazy shit, So, hey, look, Seattle ended up losing. Washington ended up winning, which for that, that wild card kind of sucks.
Yeah.
We're talking about Philadelphia. Look, Philadelphia won. They took care of their business, but it was arguing on the sideline. They had more drama on the sideline.
Still, Jalen Carter and the coach getting into it. It's like, they can't stop. I don't understand it. They just can't help themselves. They can't.
And then you got this, the crazy Dom, whatever his name is, the big Italian dude, Dom, on the
Dom,
Eagles. Yeah, the security guard guy. It's just like that's a side. What's that?
Someone's gonna flatten him.
Yes, that's a sideshow circus over there going on.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, and the only thing I got, I've been quietly betting on Uncle Cheech's lock, and the Cowboys are playing. They're playing this team that was his lock of the week to lose. And Tampa Bay goes into LA and just puts it on the Chargers.
Yeah.
And
that killed me.
4 in a row now. 4 in a row.
I think it's 3 or 4.
4 in a row. They're playing pretty good football. I know they're happy here. I live in Tampa. You guys know that. So I definitely, I wouldn't underestimate the Packers. I sure the hell don't underestimate them. But Tampa's feeling pretty good. The only thing I know is if Tampa plays Philly in the first round, they'll beat the shit out of them. They do it every time.
Yes.
So I know, Philly fans want nothing to do with Tampa. They need to figure out. They definitely want us to beat Tampa to try and knock them down a few pegs. But Tampa's playing good football against good teams. That's the important.
They are.
Part.
I said, damn it, friggin' LA couldn't do us a favor yesterday. We could have won tonight, and we got the tiebreaker on them. Because beating them. So but it is what it is, and they're playing great. And hopefully, I'm hoping they peaked at the wrong time. You know what I mean?
No,
hopefully
you never want to peak too soon. We all
exactly,
know that.
Exactly.
Very careful.
So I've been told.
Yes. So all right. Well, let's go ahead, and he's in. We never could let Uncle Cheech wait too long because then
no,
I get yelled at. So let's get Uncle Cheech in here. But let's get his thoughts. See how his week was and see what he's got going. What's up his sleeve this week? I'm so pissed off, and I'll talk to him about it, but hold on. Uncle Cheech, what's happening?
What's up, guys?
Oh, just
Cheech.
Another good day. Seeing my Cowboys win. I was going to say, I was so upset. We had some shots. We got the suite, so my mind wasn't right. I didn't make the call I should have, but I tried to bet Dallas to win outright. I just had that feeling in Carolina. I just thought they were going to beat them easily, which they did, and I didn't bet it. My son bet it, and it ended up costing me money because they don't allow gambling in North Carolina. I couldn't use the Hard Rock app in Carolina, so I couldn't do that. So it cost me a lot of money. And then I bet the lock of the week quietly, and that ended up costing me. So I didn't have a good week because I could have recouped my money there. I did win I won the Thursday game outright, so that helped me. But how did your week look, Uncle Cheech?
Yeah, my week was bad. My lock lost. I was 1-3, complete turnaround.
Oh.
After winning 8 in a row, my lock, and then that happens.
Well, I don't want you to call me a jinx because I have been playing your lock quietly. So I have been getting a lot of that money. I just didn't want to be public with it.
You should be ahead then.
I am ahead.
I am ahead. Well, that's all
ahead. I got $400 in my Hard Rock account right now. $420. I was going to bet it all on Dallas to win. I just thought they'd beat Carolina. What was your, now that the game is over, being that expert, what was your thoughts on that game with Carolina being a favorite for the first time in like 36 games or whatever it was? Did you see that as a game that Dallas was going to win easily?
Yeah, Dallas, they're a much better team. How they were underdog, I don't know. But I wasn't surprised that it was a good win for you guys.
It was.
I mean, you're a 2-point underdog, and you go in and you blew them away. I mean, just like any good team would.
Yeah.
Didn't you win your last 3 out of 4 so far?
Yeah, we have. I mean, the Cincinnati one's going to come back to haunt them, I'm sure.
But
it is what it is.
I mean, it looks like it's kind of late, but
yeah,
you're showing. If you had your quarterback, it might be a different story. But
well,
a little late now.
Injuries are still.
They showed the injury list for the Cowboys out for the year. I mean, you talk about all Pro Bowl guys. Yeah, and, some of these fans. I mean, I always tell them you got to manage expectations. It's like you don't have your quarterback. You don't have 3 pass rushers for most of the year. You don't have 2 of your cornerbacks for most of the. I mean, it's a battle of attrition, but there's only. I mean, these are starters and your star players, not just average players. But what I think it's done is it's shown who's going to step up, who's there, who wants to play, and so it kind of separates that. So I was cool with it.
Well, the healthy teams are going to be the team standing at the end.
Typically,
that's right.
Who's ever healthy? Philly right now, they're healthy.
Yeah,
and it showed.
Did Barkley leave the game, Jimmy?
Yes. Yeah, he left the game. He ended up in the tent.
He could have left. It would make no difference. They manhandled that team.
I don't think it's serious, but yeah, he was in the tent.
Yeah. What do you think about the injury with Mahomes, Uncle Cheech? Do you think that's something as a Vegas insider, as a man who's looking at the line, do you stay away from the Chiefs right now? Is that like?
Yeah, I'm staying away from them if he don't play. They said they wasn't sure if he's going to play, but I'd stay away from him.
Yeah, even if he plays, you got to be like kind of.
Yeah.
How healthy is he? What are they going to do?
He's not on one of my picks. Put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. Who was that one guy? He's like, remember the one guy when they said he's going to play? He was so nonchalant and not committed. I was like, well, he said it a little bit of this, and he said a little bit of that.
Oh, I was really surprised at the Bucks. I thought the Chargers would take care of him. I thought they blew him away.
Yeah,
it really was traveling. But some days they're great. Some days they stink.
Well, what do you think for Jimmy's sake? And Jimmy, your thoughts on it? Tampa going to Dallas Sunday night. I mean, all signs point. I don't even know what the line is. Maybe you know, Uncle Cheech. All signs would think that Tampa is going to have too much, maybe too much offense. I think our defense can handle it, but can our offense go? You can't go toe-to-toe with our. I don't think our offense can go toe-to-toe with them, even though they've been playing well and running the ball. But could this be a game where Tampa kind of, shot its wad, for lack of a better word, last week, and maybe Dallas?
I think your defense keeps you in the game. I'm not going to tell you who I think wins, but I think your defense keeps it in the game. It's not going to be like last week. I think it's going to be close.
Yeah,
one way or the other.
I hope so.
What about the line? Do you know what the line is on that? Anyone know?
I saw it this morning, but I forgot.
I
wasn't studying that game. I'm not allowed to pick Dallas. Remember?
No, I know, but I didn't know as a insider.
I have to study these games thoroughly. I ain't got time for what if.
Wait a minute. Last week before the game, Mike Tag made the mistake of asking Uncle Cheech about his opinion on the game last Monday night.
Yeah,
and look what happened. Look what happened.
What'd you do?
Yeah, I pulled the book out. I gave you all the stats.
Yeah. Well,
Mike, you got mushed.
I got mushed. Yeah, you screwed me over. So what's on the agenda? I saw some college. We got college football, playoff football back. Tell me what Bucks are favored by 4.
Wow.
On the road. What do you think?
Bucks by 4?
Yeah. Stay away, or is that? What do you think?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah.
That's why it's not on my sheet, even if I could pick them.
Yeah, I'd probably stay away from that game. What are the games you're looking at? College football. I saw you do some college football games. We're getting into that spirit now. This is my favorite time of year. Playoff in the NFL. You got everything has playoff implications. Now you got college football playoff atmosphere. What do you got going? What are we doing?
I got a couple college games on my sheet, but I'm going to start off with the Washington Redskins. Won't be lucky this week. I'll take the Eagles, given 3.5.
They're only 3.5. I know it's home, but still.
Eagles look good. Eagles look good. They're healthy. They're getting back healthy. They're a dangerous team right now. But it's time to peak, and I just think there'll be way too much for Washington.
Really?
Hey, Uncle Cheech, let me ask this. You don't think some of the sideline shenanigans and that crap, they had some drama yesterday. You don't think that's
part of the game? Who was they do that in Philly? Who was what are they name? Buddy Ryan and that other guy punching it out on the sideline that time. What that was his name?
Oh, yeah, Kevin Gilbride, right?
Yeah. And they just do that up there. They can't help themselves.
I lost you for a minute. I lost you. I was having an issue with my computer. Sorry, I apologize. I lost you for a second. Hopefully I'm back. So who you took the Reds? You took Washington. You took it Philly, giving up 3.5.
3.5. I'm taking Philly. Win easily.
I'm surprised that's not your lock of the week.
No, I got a better one than that.
Okay. I think Washington's are frauds. I think they're frauds. I don't have a lot of faith in them.
I don't know about being fraud, but they're going to play a much better team. Period.
Like I said, they got a rabbit foot up their ass because they had no business winning that last game or the Chicago game.
What part of the game? What are you going to do?
I know. All right. What's the next one?
Next one's going to be Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Pittsburgh didn't look too hot. Baltimore looked real good. And Baltimore's home. Baltimore given 6.5.
Wow. Man.
I can't argue with it, though. I mean, Pittsburgh did not look good.
I thought that was one of the games I had my eye on, and I thought it'd be a lot closer than it would be the Pittsburgh Philly game. But, man, they just took care of them pretty easily.
Huh. No, I can't argue with that. What else you got for college? What do you got? Some college games? You're picking Texas.
My upset is going to be Clemson plus 11.5 at Texas.
That's a good bet.
Texas?
That's a good bet.
His team will be prepared. Don't fall asleep on this team. They'll be prepared. I know they let SMU come back last week, but he'll have his team ready to play. And if Texas is that much better than them, so be it. But I'll take the 11.5 from Clemson.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. And the thing I would say is,
well, college not so much, but 11.5. But
a big game. I know about Dabo. He never takes an unprepared.
I'll take that bet, Ultra, right now.
Ooh.
You give me 20.
There you go, Ultra. You're giving 20 points. How much you want to bet, Uncle Cheech?
We need to know these things. Come on.
Put your money where your mouth is. Give the man 20 points. You said they're going to win. Let's see how much money you got. We got Cuts, who's our handler. You send him the money. He'll hold the money in good faith. So there we go. There
you see, Ultra.
Nothing but a crappy team that's going to get bounced in the first round. They got no quarterback. Who's your quarterback? Quinn Ewers, that scrub that's going to end up leaving? Or who do you got? You got to throw Arch out there and you run the wishbone with him because they don't want him throwing the ball. You got nothing. They're going to be one and done, sitting on the couch, another Longhorn, overrated team that just gets worked. And that's just the way it is.
Hey, you see, Ultra, he's scared. You see?
He is
scared. That look at his eyes. He ain't responded.
He is scared. The son of Jarrell is a coward
after all. Man, I
Okay.
can't believe Ultra always has a lot to say. Ultra, where are you? Oh, here we go. You see, he doesn't want to talk about this. Trying to change the subject.
Yeah, you got your little one-liners, but you ain't putting your money where your mouth is. You got all this yapping, all this. You're tough behind the keyboards, and you said they're going to win by 20. Put your money where your mouth is and keep doing it, or shut your pie hole and quit talking about Texas because they're going to lose.
We got the keyboard tough guy. Look at trying to change the subject over here.
Changing the subject. Hey, when I said Dallas was going to beat the Commanders, I put my money where my mouth is, and I showed you guys I bet my money on it. I put 50 on there, no points, went straight up. You got 20, put $50 on it with Uncle Cheech. He'll send the money to Ultra, and you guys can bet. You guys can bet.
Ultra, we don't know where you said for him to put his money where his mouth. I don't know where his mouth has been, so you might not want to know about that.
But anyway, all good. All right, so what's your lock?
My lock, I'm going to be a little surprised. Tulane at Florida.
Wow.
Florida minus 14. Florida's been playing great since the middle of the season. Florida's going to kill them. I'm telling you right
Are they
now.
going to play all their guys? That's what worries me about these bowl games. Are the guys going to play?
They'll show up. This team's on the rebuilding.
All right.
Remember, Florida minus 14.
All right. I'm going to believe you.
You better believe.
I believe. I'm a believer.
Ultra's worried about the Gators now.
Gators by 10.
He's worried about the Gators now.
What, do you want to bet that one too?
A parlay.
Uncle Cheech has been known to make a few bucks off the parlay. Hey, look, Cuts, man. Cuts took your advice. I did too. You said a lot of value with Arizona State. A lot of value with that.
Always about the value.
It's about the value. About the value. Arizona State win the national title.
I tell you, don't sleep on that team. They got a good passing game and they play good defense.
They do.
And if they run the ball, and I know you said this last week, I even texted you. That's how you keep a high-powered offense off the field.
Yes.
By running the ball effectively.
You gotta run.
They can't get out there, they can't score.
Is that one Pop-Tart or one what? One pork chop.
One
pork chop.
So looking at the landscape of everything, I wanted to get your opinion, Jimmy and Uncle Cheech. I know, Jimmy, you don't follow college football as much, but were you comfortable with Travis Hunter winning the Heisman? I had no issues with it. If the other guy won, I wouldn't. But I have no issues. I think he's a very elite cornerback. He's a very good elite receiver, both sides of the ball, every snap. He did it. I mean, any arguments on either one of you guys?
I got no arguments.
I don't know nothing.
It was good on both sides of the ball. I mean, you can't ask for more. I think if Miami didn't blow the last two games, I think he would have come in better than last or fourth out of the four. I think well deserved.
Yeah, you can't. I can't argue with Travis Hunter being Heisman for what he on a college level. There's no doubt. I think he was, and I think he's going to be a cornerback, and he's going to be a cornerback in the NFL. But he's going to be one of those guys that are going to have packages for him on offense. Make no mistake about it. Could be in a return game too. I mean, he's explosive. He's exciting. So it's going to be good to see. More importantly, I don't know if you guys saw a lot of stuff that went viral with Travis Hunter. Is his girlfriend. His girlfriend got a little upset and taking pictures. He was at a public event. He took a picture with a honey, some fans, and she was not digging it. When you see this and you're a 20-year-old kid, 21-year-old kid, and you're seeing this on the outside looking in through our eyes, experience, what would be your advice to Travis Hunter? Because he's had a couple instances with the girlfriend that's kind of been raising some flags for him. I mean, what would your thoughts be?
Did she unlock the door?
No, I don't know.
Did she unlock the door for him, then dump her?
He's a selfish bro.
But what do you think? Like this guy's already a multimillionaire through NIL. He's going to be the top 3 pick in the draft, top 4, whatever it ends up being. I mean, could he be going down a road he doesn't want to go down?
By staying with that girl?
Yeah.
Believe me, by next year when he gets that big contract and stuff, she'll be a memory.
He doesn't want to go down what? What do you say?
See. We'll see. I don't.
You don't
He's
want to
got
go
money
down that
now.
road.
He's got money now.
It'll be a memory.
Uncle Cheech,
like-
did you take her on a fishing trip one way?
She's going to say
Yep.
3 Hail
Go
Marys.
out, one come back.
3 Hail Marys.
Now, just in case anyone from Travis Hunter's team's watching it, that is a movie reference. We would never condone anyone going on a one-way trip, fishing trip. So I don't want any issues. We don't want any problems.
No.
Entertainment purposes only. So, all right, Uncle Cheech, what's your? You've been sitting around. You've been handicapping these games. You're watching them thoroughly. I know you got some film that's being sent to you. Some of these teams, so you know the ins and outs. Right now, you had your early picks. You had the Lions, if my memory's right. Did you have the Bills? What's your other one? Or
No,
Chiefs?
Packers.
You had the Packers and who? Bills?
The Detroit.
No, who was your AFC team?
Oh, the AFC team, Kansas City.
Kansas City. So you had Kansas City, Green Bay. Are you backtracking on any of that now that we're getting that final stretch? Are you going to hang tight with those two teams?
I'll stay with them.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Jimmy, what about you?
Well, I mean, again, I eat my words. I did a 180. The Bills are going to be AFC champs, and it's tough, man. After seeing again Campbell making a stupid ass coaching decision yesterday, I thought it was Detroit. Greg had me convinced.
That was stupid.
I
I
can't
was
see.
telling Marie, I said, "What the hell is this guy thinking? You're doing an onside kick with 10 minutes left in the game."
It made no sense. No sense.
No,
No. And they did come back. I mean, if they would have got that onside kick, they could have easily won the game. But if he didn't make that play, they could have easily won the game too, because there was a lot of time. There was eternity left.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
but
I agree with you. Decisions like that, they're going to cost them down the road. He did the same crap last year too, right?
He did. Against San
Game.
Francisco, they should have won that game. They should have won that game.
You want to gamble, go to the casino. When you're on the field, you got to use common sense.
that's right.
I think that'll be their Achilles heel. But I will say I was on the Saquon bandwagon of MVP. He's putting up huge numbers, but I've seen Josh Allen play the last few weeks. I've been able to watch his games just because it worked out in the schedule. I was wrong. And unlike some of these people in the chat, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. Josh Allen, I don't even think it's close right now, has to be the MVP front runner. I mean, it would take – he'd have to string together some pretty bad games not to win the MVP in my eyes.
Hey, he looked good. I mean, he basically single-handedly dominated that game, running through them.
Yeah.
Beautiful passes.
Yeah. No,
But-
I'm going to stay to the true that if I got to see him beat, I'm always going to take Mahomes over him in the playoffs because Mahomes has just beat him every time.
But both them teams gave up a lot of points.
A lot of points.
Where's the defense? That's what you got to look at. Philly, they didn't give up that many. Like I said, they're getting healthier. Kansas City don't give up that many. What they win 21-7?
Yeah,
Kansas
21-7. Beat Cleveland, yeah.
All right. Well, Cleveland ain't the best, but they only gave up 7.
They took care of their business,
You only need to score 8.
No, that's it.
You hold them to 7.
I mean, my thing is though with Josh Allen, instead of making these poor decisions every game, it's a lot fewer and far between than last year. He was making stupid ass immature mistakes last year, and his turnover. He had 5 interceptions this season. Yeah,
no, he had a couple games where they clumped them together, and that's kind of what I saw. That's what I say. I don't see a lot of Bills games. So the ones I saw, they weren't that good. But then I saw these, I'm like. Yeah, I mean, this dude's a real deal, and what he did against, even Kansas City, what he did against, even in the loss, what they lose that game, that shootout last week, against the Rams, and then the way he played against the Lions, it's like, dude, how can you, I haven't seen another player that dominant, so it's him for me too. So we'll run with it.
It's the end that counts. So We'll see.
Yes. No,
Well, that's the thing.
When they get in the playoffs, I mean, he could be MVP. He probably is, but you want that trophy.
if you don't bring home the hardware, it don't matter, right, Jimmy?
It doesn't
That's
matter
right.
what the hell you do.
You know what, though? You got 3 weeks left. And like I said, the NFC is the question mark because I'm not buying Detroit anymore, right? And Philly, again, did they peak too early? And then I see sideline drama again. I don't know what's going to happen there. That NFC North is no joke. You have three contenders.
Well, that's like if I was ranking the teams, I mean, obviously, I'm still, even though they lost to Buffalo, I'm still putting Detroit up there. I think the second team is the Packers. Then I'd probably the Rams. I think if the Rams get in, nobody wants to play the Rams. Nobody wants to play the
They
Rams.
look good.
They're playing well. I mean,
They're getting healthy. That's the whole key. They're getting all these teams are getting healthy.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to matter at the end.
I think you could see a lot of upsets in the NFC because I think they're all bunched together. I think Philly, the Rams, Minnesota, the Pack. You can bunch a lot of these. It's bunched together. So it's about who's hot at the right time. What team doesn't turn the ball over? I mean, that's the way playoff football is typically won. So I think it's wide open where I think the AFC, it's a collision course for the Bills and the Chiefs. I think it's them and everyone else.
I mean, you got the whole NFC East is separated by 2 games. I'm sorry, NFC West. NFC West. NFC
But
West.
I don't think Denver is in the Chiefs class.
No, the NFC West. I'm sorry.
Oh, NFC. I'm sorry.
Separated by 2 games.
Well, I see. I think only one team gets out of there, and I think it ends up being the Rams. That's just my thoughts. My thoughts.
Well, they're the one in right now.
Yeah, no, they are. But I mean, Seattle. I'm hoping Seattle gets in, and Washington. Nothing would make me happy than knocking Washington out of the playoffs. Nothing would make me happy. So.
Well, we got them 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, they got to play. Washington plays Philly, Atlanta, and Dallas on the road. Which we've had their number. So Washington can lose 3 in a row really quick.
Oh, easily, yeah.
If Atlanta plays it,
we play the way we should play.
Yeah, I mean,
pay the man a lot of money.
You can't let them off the hook. So anyway, all right, Uncle Cheech.
All right, guys.
I know you got a lot of things to do. We got the picks. You got the lock. You got the upset. You got no challenge. Challenge was not accepted. We put it out there. Challenge was not accepted. Cuts did not want to. He talked the talk, but he wasn't ready to walk the walk. So no betting. We don't have another bet. We should probably start that. We have so many bets in here, side bets. It's great. So anyway, all right, Uncle Cheech. We'll see you next.
And that's why you should listen before you talk. Talk when you should listen.
That's right. That's
all
right.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
We'll see you.
Enjoy the game.
Grazie.
Take care, Uncle Cheech. We'll see
Ciao.
you. All
right.
right.
So wait, Doug. So Mahomes is hurt, high ankle sprain. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Week.
That's probably why Houston. That makes sense. And if I'm the Chiefs, do you sit them this game? You give them at least one game. You got one game that you could screw up, but they can't screw up 2. I mean, they do not want to give Buffalo the home field advantage, do they?
No, they don't. No, first of all, no, you don't want to do that. But secondly, why risk it? That's stupid. That's short term. You're looking because if they play them and something else goes wrong, you never know. Then he's out for the season. You never know.
Never know. Well, let's talk. We'll talk 2 minutes about the Cowboys, and then we're going to get you ready for Monday Night Football. I know Jimmy's excited. Jimmy's got everything going. He's got popcorn. He's got all this stuff ready. He's excited. The Cowboys handled the Panthers. I talked earlier. Again, if you missed it, go back and watch the beginning. Huge shout out to Doug and Dustin, the entire family. We hung out in the suite. It was beautiful because it was so cold out. I couldn't imagine sitting out there all game. This Florida guy, and I know Cuts can agree, the San Antonio guy, he wasn't ready. We ain't built for that kind of stuff. So Cowboys look good. Defense, 6 sacks, 4 turnovers. A lot of talk about Zimmer. I mean, the defense has been playing better and better and better as the weeks go on. It's making you wonder, a lot of people want to get rid of Zimmer after a couple of weeks, and you had all those injuries. Now you're getting some of these guys back, and you got other guys stepping up. It's like, maybe maybe this defense thing with Zimmer's working. We add a few more pieces. Maybe this is something you could build on for 2025. And then you got Rico. You get Rico's finally the man. He's been one of the top running backs over the last 4 weeks in yards per carry, yards after contact, or yards overall. I'm not sold on him as a number one. I'm still drafting a premier running back. I think you could have Rico as a 2. I think it'd be nice. I think he's a good compliment. So the Cowboys are kind of, they're surviving under really bad circumstances. So do you think, Jimmy, could you see the Cowboys bringing back just, hey, we're going to keep the band together. We're not going to make a bunch of changes. Get McCarthy back, get Zimmer back, and obviously get things rolling and hopefully make up some stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, I think you would bring him back. I mean, they were dealt a bad hand this year with all the injuries and stuff. But my thing is McCarthy going to want to come back? Does he want to deal with the circus? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the thing. Everyone says, will he come back? But you're the first person to say it. Would he want to come back?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
And this is me on the outside looking in. He can get a job anywhere he wants. And at the end of the day, it's almost like Billy Martin back in the day. Do you really want to deal with this? And Jerry's worse than George was.
And here's the thing. It's like I talk about why do they say what they say? And then you get Stephen Jones out there. And then you get Stephen Jones talking about, they asked him a trade question. And it's like, well, Micah Parsons and this, not shutting it down, but leaving it a little open. And it's like, why? Like, why can't you guys either shut the hell up or just not feed into it? Like the easiest, I should be their PR guy. Hey, would you guys look at a trade Micah Parsons? Micah Parsons is a leader of this team. He's a leader on our defense. He's in his prime. I don't see any reason that we would trade him. Now, I didn't say we wouldn't. I didn't say we would. But just leave it simple. I mean, close the book on it until if it happens, it happens. If someone offered him a king's ransom, I mean, all right, you have to think of what's best for the team. If they were going to do like a Khalil Mack or something like that, but why do they feed into the media shit? I know they want to do it because then it gets more clicks and it gets more talk on ESPN and NFL Network and stuff. But it's like, God, why are you guys doing this? It's so frustrating.
Well, so Ultra says he doesn't want to coach the Cowboys ? But my thing, Jeff is saying that McCarthy hired an agent. He
did. He has the same agent as was it Dak, or he had the same agent as somebody.
All right. Well, that's the thing. So you gotta. Yes, I'd bring him back, but secondly, is he staying? Does he want to stay? Herschel Walker 2.0, they're talking about.
I mean, I don't think there'll ever be one like that again, but if you did, that would make it hard, right? And that's why I try and tell people, I'm a fan of the star and the guys wearing the star in their helmet that play on the field. And I'm always going to support them. I thought, Leo Fowler, I thought he played phenomenal. I mean, he did really well. Kendricks played well. Rico, a lot of these guys have been stepping up. Obviously, Hoffman and Bass and all these guys that had to come in on the offensive line. I think it's getting better and better for this team to see what their future looks like. But they got to make additions in the offseason. And I think that's what McCarthy is. If I'm a coach, I'm like, look, guys, you're already talking about, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to spend money and we're not. I mean, all these other teams figure out how to do it. I mean, do I want to be in a situation where you guys aren't as committed as I am? You're not as committed as I am to win. You're not as committed as this team is to win. I mean, that's what I need to see from the Joneses. They don't have to make blockbuster pickups, strategic ones, right?
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. You guys have the nuclear. You're injured. Look at you in San Francisco. You both had a lot of injuries. You've got the same record, 6-8. You remove the injuries from both equations. This is a different animal altogether. It's not like like us. I mean, we're a quarterback issue right now, and that's it, right? If our GM, Terry Fontenot, made one mistake, it was signing Cousins to this amount of money, and he's 36 years old for 4 years. That's a problem.
Well, and I saw something he is interviewing for the Jets. Your GM is talking to the Jets or something. I just saw something come on NFL.
Terry Fontenot is.
Is someone the Falcons, or did I read it wrong?
I haven't seen that. And that
I don't have my glasses. Let me look it up. So what's your thoughts on Cousins while I look it up? What's your thoughts on Cousins, where he's at? I mean, would you pull the trigger and make a move now? You guys are obviously still in the playoff hunt because your division is bad. No big deal. Get in any way you can. You host a game. What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so Cousins, he's been playing timid. The last touchdown he threw was against the Cowboys. That was in October, and here we are in December, right? Including a bye week we had. He's playing scared. You can see, we have wide open runs. We can run it 4 or 5 yards for a first down. He isn't taking them. He's unloading the ball, throwing interception. So I think it was more than anything, he's still worried about re-injuring himself. So if things don't go right tonight, and honestly, we're playing Vegas, we should win by all rights. We should win tonight. It should be hopefully his game where he turns things around and we move it along. But if things don't go right tonight, you start Penix next week. I don't care what they're paying Cousins. If things don't go right, you got to start Penix next week.
Yeah, and it was clickbait, Jimmy. I apologize. They put ex-Falcons GM, so I couldn't say. I mean, Dimitrov.
Thomas Dimitrov, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he's interviewing. I would say this. I saw the lunatic and at least want to answer. I would ask the lunatic this. If your options are Ron Rivera, Kellen Moore, Jason Witten, Mike Zimmer, if that's going to be your class of options that they're going to get at quarterback, would you rather have McCarthy or go with one of them? My answer is I'll take McCarthy all day, every day. Yeah. I don't think McCarthy's the problem. Now, if you're going to tell me you're going to go get Belichick or you're going to go get a Vrabel, but you're going to get someone to really shock the culture and shock something, then I can entertain that. But if you're going to just trot in Rivera, you're going to trot Kellen Moore in or whatever you're going to do, I would much rather stick with McCarthy. So that's where there wouldn't be a revolt for me because I know what could be worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could say whatever they want about McCarthy. This team, with all the injuries, probably should only won about one game. I mean, this team has been playing. They haven't quit. They continue to play hard. They're getting more out of guys that, were backups. They're getting better. And he did the same thing when Dak Prescott got hurt last time. They went 4-1. I mean, I don't have an issue with McCarthy. My issue is more up top. It's how the organization run top down. John Gruden, I would be fine. I would love John Gruden. I think if you don't make a radical move, I will stick with McCarthy and I'd be fine with it. And I'd be.
Then there's another one.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And you said a great thing, the lunatic. Let it is the lunatic, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, just making sure.
It just the way you said it.
You have got to let the coaches pick their coordinators and establish their team, put their coaching staff together. That's been a problem in Dallas in years past and through the years. So that's the one thing the Joneses have to do, especially if you're going to make a radical move. To me, if you you get rid of McCarthy, everybody needs to be on notice, whether they stay, whether it's up to the coach, new coach, if they want Al Harris, if they want Zimmer, if they want Greg Ellis, any of the coaching staff, whether they want Schottenheimer, any of the one. It's their decision. It's not the Joneses. That's where I think the sometimes is. So anyway, that's just my thoughts.
It's funny you talk about all the drama and shit in Dallas, but I'll tell you, there was a little bit. We had our own little level of drama. You were asking about Cousins before. There was a few things coming out about some of the players in Atlanta, behind the scenes saying, hey, we're kind of thinking we want Penix in there instead of Cousins. So we don't usually have that kind of banter and nonsense. So.
But it makes you wonder, are they frustrated, Jimmy? I mean, are these guys seeing an opportunity getting wasted away?
Yes. I mean, ask Kyle Pitts. Last week, we probably win the game if Cousins leads him. He shoots it over him, wide open for a first down, and it's intercepted.
Is Kyle Pitts is he just such the talent and the genetic freak, as one man once said, that he's not as talented as years? Because I've been on this Kyle Pitts train of you keep waiting for this breakout year. It doesn't seem to happen. And is it the quarterback or is it him?
Look at his stats with Matty Ice. They were spectacular. Yes, he's a great talent, a great tight end, got great hands, and he's a beast. He's physical. I'm telling you, look at he's
is he clumsy though?
He's big and he's tall. He's clumsy. But No, but the thing is that we had Cousins this year who, and I'm not look at. I hope things turn around tonight and we move along and Cousins return to a form that he had earlier in the year. But that being said, he's had issues with not getting the ball thrown to him by Cousins, and we had Ritter before that, Mariota before that. So since Matty Ice was here, he hasn't anybody really thrown to him consistently. Look at his stats with Matt Ryan.
No, I mean, it's probably a point well taken. I mean, it's just he should be so dominant when you see like the Kelce's and you see those guys, you think he would be at that level, and it's just not. So.
He's a strong man. He goes out the block. He can take out anybody.
Yeah.
So, hey, speaking of, we're talking about next man up and guys playing and being hungry, like Eugene says. What about Devondre Campbell on the 49ers last Thursday night?
What, a guy who quit?
He just quit.
How did he just quit in the middle of a game?
He said, I give up. I quit. You're the better team today.
I mean, what did they tell him to go in? He goes, yeah, I don't think I feel like it today. I mean, is that what happened? Right? Is that really what happened?
It is.
I got hurt. He said, oh, go in. He's like, yeah, I don't think I want to go in today. I think I'm just going to call it a day. That's just insane.
I mean, you got to question. If, let's say, you're a team shopping for a linebacker, you got to question this man.
There's no way you can have him on your team.
No, I mean,
even the teammates ripped his ass in the post game.
Went off on him, right?
Yeah.
In the post, all these guys on the 49ers went off on him. But you're right. I don't think I'm playing. Okay.
Well, now, Antonio Brown was a great one. That's when, did he strip down?
Yes, he stripped down.
But then he got in an argument about something with one of the coaches or something.
Yeah, he got an argument.
And he stormed off.
Well, so yeah, it was funny, man. So you know what they did? The GM was John Lynch is their GM. He said, okay, that's fine. So we're not gonna cut you. We're gonna suspend you without pay. So he can't shop for another team right now. He can't be signed. I don't know what sign him anyway. He's forfeiting like $250,000 over a 4 weeks time.
Yeah.
So I say, oh, what a dummy.
They knew what they were getting into. I say, let him
crash. And all they did today, but Jeff, they suspended him. He's not getting paid, and he's in a catch-22 now because he can't go anywhere.
Gotta have smarts.
You gotta have smarts. John Lynch gave him an FU moment on that one.
No, absolutely. So we got the Falcons tonight. What's the other game we got tonight? We have two Monday night games.
Bears. Who's the other one? Bears, and I forgot who the other game is.
Are you a fan of this 2 games on Monday night?
No, it's not at all. It's stupid. Now I know that a lot of the country, because Falcons were a game under 500. Vegas is terrible, but then look at the other game. Chicago's way under 500. So I mean, 6 of one, 1/2 dozen the other. I don't like the 2 games.
No, I don't like it either. I mean, I think it's just dumb. So what is one of them on then? Is one on streaming and the other one's on ESPN?
Yeah, no, isn't it? One's on ABC and one's on ESPN. Maybe
is that what they're doing?
About that? Somebody's got to tell us what's going on in the chat.
I don't know what they are. I didn't know. Can you? I guess my question is, can you watch both games on standard cable, or is one only for the local markets of the teams? Or I didn't know how they did that.
Well, let's see. I know I'm watching the game tonight. Here, my Falcons. But let's check it out and see.
Well, you got certain services and you got connections. You don't miss anything.
Exactly. I don't miss anything. So let's see for everyone else. 8 o'clock is Chicago, Minnesota. We're on at 8:30. And who the hell is it on? ABC and ESPN. Okay. Yeah.
So one's on ABC, one's on. I mean,
so it's national. Yeah.
6 of one, 1/2 dozen of the other.
Exactly. But yeah, and again, no, I don't like that. And then what? This week we're gonna have 2 games tonight: the Thursday game, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
And you got playoff football Friday night.
Yes, that's
Saturday night. You're gonna have football. So I mean, you are gonna get your fill. If you're a football fan, you are gonna get a fill. And I agree with the lunatic. I don't know if you do, Jimmy.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, the Cowboys probably should have done this to a few players this year. I mean, No,
you got to make a statement.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's what's pissing me off, because Raheem Morris, he does bring a good culture to the team. Like I love the culture he's brought to the team. And if you listen to, if you have the satellite dish,
Culture of losing.
You can listen to his press conference. I know that, but you listen to his press conferences. He's he tells it like it is. There's no mincing words, but it's always in a positive way. He'll tell the truth, but in a positive way, right? So I like that. That's the one thing I do like. So to hear this crap coming out, the behind the scenes shit, people, some of the players want Penix playing, that I don't like. I don't want that crap.
No,
I don't need that drama.
I like that guy. Well, I tell you, off subject before we wrap up. My brother went to. They had an event here. It was NHL.
I saw that.
Maybe MLB, NFL, and NBA, and it was all the more like our era guys. John Smoltz on the baseball. Vince Coleman. You had Josh Donaldson. You had Tim Brown. You had.
Jeremy Roenick, Brett Hull,
Nick Van
Exel, Dan Marley.
Yeah, it's disappointing is I thought Ray Allen would be a cool dude. Ray Allen, he said, was kind of a jerk and there was only 3 people there. It wasn't like it was a crowd of people. It was him, his buddy, and another guy. And Ray Allen wouldn't even get out of the golf cart. And then J.R. Smith was the same. And Nick Van Exel was cool. Patrick Peterson, he talked to forever. Buck was there. Buckley, Florida State and Green Bay Packer. He talked to him for a while. So it was cool. It was he had a great time. Met a lot of the guys. Got some pictures. Got some autographs. I got my Vince Coleman rookie card signed. I was pretty excited about that. For me, got me a Tim Brown rookie card signed. So it was a good weekend while I was hanging in Carolina with Cowboys Nation. It was good.
You know what? When Ray Allen pushed him aside, your brother should have said, "Get out my face."
Be none you ain't got no more.
Has been messing on my golf course.
Well, it's like this is the question I have, Jimmy. Why would you, as an athlete or a person, why would you, celebrity, go to a public event is fans are there, going to be open and available and have fun with it? If you're just going to be a dick, why would you why go?
What was it? A fundraiser? Was that the whole thing? Because that's stupid.
Like a charity. It was, some people do. I mean, I don't know how much he did for charity. How many people do more for charity? But
Bob Hope would.
That's true. The charity. It was a charity event kind of thing. I'm guessing, but it wasn't. It wasn't a big news. It wasn't packed. But why would you do that if you're not going to interact with people? Why don't you just not even go?
It's because he's a dick. I mean, you're right. I mean, come on. Especially when you're out of the limelight. I'm sure they don't have people, except for some of the autograph signings that they're charging for. You ain't got people coming up on them all the time. Those guys, what do they call legacy talent? You know what I mean? So, I mean, if there was a crowd of people, maybe I get it. Maybe gives them a courtesy wave or whatever. But if there's only a handful of people,
3 people,
yeah, 3. Well, I thought you were exaggerating.
No, I'm kidding you not. There was 3 people.
That's ridiculous.
At the hole that they were at, there was 3 people.
Yeah,
and he was
stupid.
one. I do have to tell you, Cuts. He wanted me to tell you about the skating rink we saw. So when we were, I wish I would have took a picture. We were going to the game. They have the minor league team.
Checkers.
The AAA team.
Charlotte Checkers for the Panthers. Yeah.
Oh, this is the baseball team. Let me finish the story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They had an outdoor. They were doing college playoff or something there. It was an outdoor rink, and it was there being used. How much money are they really making there, DeLunatic? I don't think they're making that much. I saw the crowd. They ain't making that much, and it's supposed to be all for charity. So I don't really buy that part of it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're getting their expenses and stuff paid, but if for charity, what are they going to clear on that?
No, he's making fun of it. I didn't mean it.
Sorry, Cuts. Sorry, Mike Tag.
But no, they had minor league or kids playing too, but they left it the whole season. So they have, and it was badass. But I guess they said they were doing the either some playoffs or something. They were doing outdoor, and Cuts and I were talking about. You were saying that it was a really cool experience watching outdoor hockey because they don't really do that much, right? You're the hockey expert.
Yeah, no, it's not often. I mean, the NHL does 3 games a year. It's kind of cool. When my older kid played, the rink, his home rink actually had an outdoor rink. But I mean, to do that in North Carolina, it's ballsy because you don't know what the weather's going to be. That's pretty cool. I got to see what that was all about.
I know that, the lunatic. I mean, they probably got that Patrick Ewing. We make a lot of money, but spend a lot of money too. Those guys are probably broke, and they're going around for dimes. But the one thing they may want to learn is treat your fans with a little respect, and they'll never forget you. And the reason I say this, I went to a signing. Lawrence Taylor was absolutely one of the nicest guys. I mean, he interacted with all the fans. He was taking pictures, doing everything, and he had a line a mile long. And I saw a bunch of that were jerks played, and they had nobody in their line. So wise man once told me, whoever's going up are the same people you're going to pass going down. So you better start treating people with respect. And it's the same thing with me. I have done things for a long time. I've built quite a reputation. And for me to deal with disrespect in my arena, to be disrespected by people that you call friends and that you call loyal, if that happened to me, I mean, it's just, I believe in karma, and karma is going to get some people. So I'll just leave it at that. I better.
No, exactly. You know, you gotta stay out of the camera, stay out of the limelight. You know?
Yeah. So, but anyway, it's been a good show. I know your game's getting ready to get started, so we'll wrap this thing up. But hey, as you guys, we got over 100 of you guys hang with us on a Monday night. Make sure you don't leave without hitting that thumbs up, man. And don't do nothing. Get out the chat, your way out, hit that. You can do it after we're off the air. Even it definitely helps the channel. It helps the out. It helps it grow. You can even leave a comment. Hit that subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back live on Wednesday. I'll be out at AT&T. So any of my Cowboy Nation family, hit me up. If you're going to the game, or you're going to, I'll be there. Probably going up to Frisco on Saturday for the Christmas celebration they do and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a fun weekend. So you guys take care. Jimmy, I'll give you the last. I don't know if I want SoCal showing up. Yeah, I don't know if I want my wife around that guy, man. That man's crazy. End up getting me in trouble.
SoCal was great, man. I loved hanging out with. I mean, everybody was fun to hang out with.
I got my wife with me, and I don't want her hearing that kind of language. You understand what I said?
You know what? I'm sitting there, and I'm a few Four Locos and shit. But I heard. I didn't need to see the face. He talks.
I knew it was him as soon as he walked.
He talks like he types, right? He talks. I said, "That's SoCal." That was a lot of fun. SoCal.
Yes, it is a family event, Cuts. We got to watch my man SoCal. I love SoCal. He was a lot of fun. But it is true. What you see in the chat is what he is in person. Same energy, the same, same comments, same passion, no filter, all that. Yeah, exactly. So, no, I love me some SoCal. I got to take it in doses, though. I don't know if I can take a 4-day weekend of SoCal. I could take maybe a Saturday night, maybe a Sunday before the game. We gotta, Cuts understands us. You gotta take bits and pieces of my man SoCal.
See, it's too bad SoCal wasn't in Charlotte. SoCal was telling me he played hockey back in the day, and we started talking. I was like, damn, like he's for real.
I thought he's a California guy.
He is. No, he told me. He started talking. I'm like, holy shit, he's for real. So he would have went out there and took care of his business on the ice in Charlotte, checking some people to the boards, taking care of his business.
SoCal friendly on game days, and you holler at me any day but Sunday. We'll meet up for lunch or something like that. Want some college football? But see, SoCal, your team's not in it, so will you be fan friendly when your team doesn't play? So if we watch the games on Saturday or something like that, go up to Texas Live, you'll be friendly. Hopefully, he'll be friendly then. So we'll see what happens. So
you have to be nice. Don't SoCal. Don't be filth.
Don't be filth. He is filth. That's a joke.
It's an inside joke. SoCal.
Inside joke. All right, guys.
Joke.
Jimmy, I'm rooting for your Falcons. I know everyone in the Cowboys cave is rooting for the Falcons. We want to see them win. So let's get these Falcons a victory. Let's get them rolling. The rest of you guys, we appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe, share on your way out. I'll see you Wednesday. I'm very happy, Kelly K9. Not the mean-spirited, yelling at the team. He had a little smile on his face, a little pep in the step. So we'll have a happy Kelly K9. So we'll see you guys Wednesday night. You guys take care. Appreciate it. See you.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.